Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Mini Motorways. Today we are finally continuing our expert mode playthrough in Mexico City. The scores for Mexico City are pretty similar to the rest of the map's expert mode scores, with this big spike at 500, and then it sort of teeters off from there. We're gonna shoot for our usual score of about 2,000, hopefully, but it has been a while. I think the last time I did a expert mode playthrough was in December, and it is currently, I'm recording this at midnight on March 9th. So it has been a while. I'm definitely out of practice. But we will see how we do. We will definitely see how we do. This isn't too terrible, this one. I think... I really wish this yellow would have spawned one farther away from this wall, so we could potentially get a road back behind these yellows, but maybe we'll get a tunnel or something. We do have this space that we can run a road through if we need it, and I'm also hoping that this one slot doesn't get filled in. Ah. And just like that, my hopes are crushed. Oh well. We can do something like this. Run around the screen. I don't love that this has basically immediately cut off this side of the map from this side of the map. I'm gonna start with taking tunnels, because at the moment the only way to get from this side of the map over to this side of the map is either by tunneling through this mountain, motorwaying over, or making an intersection. And we don't love that idea. So hopefully we don't have to do too many crossovers here. But if I'm remembering correctly, and it's been a while, so I could be remembering wrong, I think we get blue businesses over here, but our blue population spawns like up here in this corner, or like in this center area. So that could potentially present a problem for us in the future. Hopefully it won't, but it definitely could. I'm not going to attach this yellow just yet, just because I don't think we need it quite yet. I will attach this one, just because it's not hurting the flow of traffic here in this corner to attach it. But overall, we're not looking too bad. I'm gonna take the motorway. I'm gonna focus on tunnels and motorways. Yeah, see, this could present a problem. I really don't want to have to immediately use our motorway for this, and I really don't want to have to tunnel around because it's gonna eat our road tiles for breakfast. I'm gonna sit on it and maybe do something like this. Let's see if we get any red on the other side. No, this blue is also pretty bad. Ugh, okay. We'll do, I think what we'll do is something like this. So we'll take this blue. We'll do a road coming off here. And then we'll do something like this. And at some point, I will replace this road. I'll put a roundabout here, if I can get one. So it'll be a roundabout onto this motorway and then a roundabout off of it. We'll do something sort of like this for now. So these blues can come up and then across, and these oranges can go over and then across. And hopefully that will be fine. I'm gonna move this over to here. And to be honest, I'll probably break and then replace it a couple times because I really want to get a roundabout. This is absolutely awful placement for this gray. That's abysmal. That's despicable. Okay. The only way we can separate this is this, and then running our gray up through there, like that. That is abysmal. Okay, this is fine not being separated for now, but already we are getting the expert mode shenanigans that you have to mess around with just to survive on this map, or just to survive in this game mode. We're kind of managing well, though, I think. It is Sunday again. I will go ahead and place and then re-break this motorway just so that these businesses hold out. And we will grab a roundabout. I think as soon as the map expands, I'm going to place this. Well, as soon as the motorway goes away, I'll place it, and then we will replace this with the motorway attached to the roundabout. And then hopefully that will manage these two for the long-term future. I'm going to place it... I'm actually going to place it here. So I can do something a little cheeky with... If we need to, we can run a road under this yellow. These greens are interesting. They're not good, they're not bad, they're just there. I see that this green leveled up as well. We can do something like this. Also like the potential for like turning these greens across and having them go this way. Then, I don't know. Maybe it would have been better to send these grays to the left and then around and in like that, and then send these greens through the mountain. I will take the motorway, send these greens through the mountain, and then send these greens to the right. Because that would have stopped this sort of cross traffic that we have with the grays and the greens right now. I don't love this distance. I'm gonna sit here and hope for a minute that we get something with a little less distance. But I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to suffer. That white is actually a absolute blessing. We will do... Yeah, that's probably fine. I might even do it just one farther away. But I think we do get red spawning up here at some point. We're gonna have to do something about this orange, and it's so unfortunate, but oh well. I'll leave that there. Actually, I'll get rid of it. Let these cars run up there to handle it, and then I'll replace it. I'm really hoping we get some orange up here. Take the extra tunnel for now. And I was right about us getting a blue population over here, or a blue business over here, and then our population over here. Not happy that I was right about it, but I was right about it. Ugh. That blue is decent. That blue is decent. This blue is so misfortunate. Actually, this blue is fantastic, though. I love these two. I will absolutely run these two blues right on down and into there. Hopefully that will be handled for the rest of the run. Hopefully we'll get 2 or 3 more houses up in here that can handle that fully. But for now, we're just going to be breaking and then replacing this motorway and hoping that works out for us. I'm getting more green up here. I'm fine with this green being here, but I would really like to see some more white. Oh, and we immediately get white. All right. Ask and ye shall receive. This orange is beautiful, actually. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So with this orange, we can either send it down and around this white and then into here, which is probably what I'll end up doing. And then all of this orange can turn off of this roundabout and then go around and then maybe into here. But we're not going to make that major of a change yet. We're still going to just shuffle motorways around until we get 1 or 2 more oranges up here, and then we will probably go ahead and implement that. Just gotta remember to actually delete these motorways before they become permanent, because that would be very, very bad for us. But I do really like this, this orange spawn up here. It's very convenient. That white is slightly less so. It does make me wish a little bit that I hadn't put this road in, because it would have actually been better, I think, to run these oranges and these whites together and then into here. But, oh well, this is what we've got. So I think what I'm just gonna do is run these. I'll actually run them up and over. And then in like that. And then hopefully we'll still get orange spawning here. Because houses cannot spawn on the outermost tile. So here they can't spawn. But if I had run this tunnel through here and the road here, they could spawn here and then they would be trapped above that road and then they would be useless. So just one minor little change will hopefully get us some orange houses that we can use down here. That's our 500 trips in expert mode in Mexico City. Done and dusted. Nothing too crazy to see there. Go ahead and delete these motorways. I am liking the extra bit of white that we're getting here, because we can also potentially run it down into here if needed. 2 weekly choices left. I really want to take another roundabout or like some traffic lights, but I know that I should take the tunnel just because it's going to be the most useful. Finally, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for so long. That beautiful orange spawn is exactly what I wanted to see. Send that white up there. We did get this orange just leveled up. Which I don't love, but I mean, it's not terrible. I don't love that gray either. Is there a way we can make that gray not quite so terrible with this orange? Not really. This is kind of our best choice here. This or a motorway. I don't particularly love either option, but I think this is probably our best choice for handling this gray. This orange does not seem to be holding out very well. Okay, that extra road, or the extra house should do it well. That's good. That's there. Extra gray along here is good. I very much like this. In fact, as much gray as we can get along here that's extra that I don't have to run in from over here is actually fantastic. Perfectly happy with that. We'll go ahead and again replace and then get rid of this motorway. I'm really hoping for some orange up here. I know it spawns up here, if I'm remembering right, but... Ah, okay. You know what, that's not even that bad, is the thing. It's really not even that bad. We can also... This little orange population right here is actually really good. If we just run it through the mountain and around and into there. But it is kind of stuck here in this corner now. I probably should have put a road through here so that it could get out without using a funnel, but oh well. This is the situation we find ourselves in. And it could be worse. I think what I'll do is take these oranges and just turn them off of this roundabout and then onto here. Up, and then I'll send them into there once we have some road tiles back. Just like that. Nothing too crazy. Now, I recognize that I could send these through the roundabout, but there's actually no reason to put them on the roundabout when you could send them not on the roundabout and not sacrifice any of Blue's efficiency. So, pretty happy with that, actually. I still... I'm gonna sound like a broken record, because I'm gonna say it a million times. I just want some orange up here in this corner. It would be perfect if we could get just a little bit of orange in this corner. We would be doing so well. We're already doing pretty well, but we would be doing so much better. We could get some orange in this corner. Just a hint of orange. If it isn't too much to ask. Do something like that. That green isn't even that bad either. Do this. I don't love that the green is on the same road as the blue and it can't be super easily separated. I don't know if it can be separated at all, to be honest. I like all of this green we're getting over here, though. Ooh. Oh. That orange motorway almost became permanent. Because I stopped paying attention for 2 seconds. Week 9, we get our road tiles. Thank goodness. Is there any way we can separate this green and this blue? But we also have this gray and this green that have not been separated this whole time that I completely forgot about. That could be a problem. We could do, something like this, where we send them just across. I don't think that's a necessary change at the moment, just because both of these are level 1 structures. I feel like getting this orange a permanent supply of orange is the #1 problem right now, and I want to sit here and wait for us to get orange spawning up here. But I know I'm risking it. Every time I do this, I'm risking forgetting this motorway is placed here. And, something going terribly wrong. I do like all of the orange we're getting along here, though. That one's pretty good, too. This as well. I'm a little scared of what we're going to get here. Oh, yeah, see, this orange just leveled up, so our little sneaky replace the motorway thing is just not going to work anymore. Hopefully we'll get some orange up here that'll be close population that we can use for this, but to be honest, this is probably just how it's going to be now. In fact, I'll probably need to send another motorway onto this very quickly to supplement this. This gray also just leveled up. That has now become a priority, separating these two. See, as soon as we let the motorway become permanent, we get this close population. That is such a bummer. Okay. Oh well. It's okay. We'll do something like that. It's not too crazy. Oh, the map hadn't fully expanded. That's why we got this house up here. Oh well. I think I am gonna go ahead and do our little trick to separate these greens and these grays. So technically they're still on the same road together here, but at no point should the greens cross the gray business's entrance or vice versa. So this should be handled. This green is also handling itself pretty well, but I'm going to do something like this and just get it a little bit of extra population. We'll do something like that. Something like that. We can even run that one in if we need it as well. That orange isn't that bad. We can do This white is still also hanging in pretty well. We can do something like this, for this, something like that. Maybe send that up and around. This is holding on pretty well. This blue could use a little help. Though they are kind of stuck up here in the corner because of this yellow. I don't love that. In fact, I really hate that actually, but that's what we got. So that's what we're going with, I suppose. This green still being connected is also not something I love. Ay ay ay. Okay. That's fine for now. If we need to connect these two into there, we can. I think we're doing okay. We're at 1300. You know it's gotten serious when I start looking at the score, because that's when I start getting worried. I'm like, ooh, can we make it another 100 points? Hopefully. But I still think we're doing pretty okay. These two blues can potentially sneak into here, right under this motorway, up and into there. That's not bad. This blue is pretty unhelpful. We can also potentially do this if needed. This is struggling just a little bit with distance. Not a whole lot we can do for it, but it is something. We can also do something here with this. Grab some more road tiles. Pretty happy with that. No. Oh, that is awful. That's terrible. Okay. Wow, that is so bad. Okay. We can manage it by just sending a motorway into it, but I really, really hate that. I really hate that we're gonna have to use a motorway here, just because it's in such an inconvenient spot. Like, I really don't see another way to handle this, just because it is in such an inconvenient position. You can do something like this, and then send these yellows down, and then into there. Ugh, that's terrible. Okay. That's what we got. I might move it to this side, just because I think that is slightly better. And then we can still move some of these around if it needs more assistance. Everything seems to be hanging on pretty well. With the exception of this blue still, and that's, I think, mostly just because this green is attached. I wonder if there's... I just feel like there should be some way to get all of this out of here. Like, all of this craziness. Might be just motorwaying it. Because theoretically, the blues will all take the motorway because it's faster. Which would get them off of the same road. But I'd really like to avoid using our last motorway, if possible. I might wait until the situation gets a tad bit more dire before we resort to that. Everything else is holding on pretty well. Our green could use a touch more population over here, maybe. This one could probably use a bit more as well. Do something like this. This is holding on. This is still... that's actually struggling. This... ooh, I didn't even realize that yellow spawned. Yikes. Okay. We'll do... this yellow can go across and into there. Some of these yellows can go across and into there. These yellows can go up to support that. To give it a little extra help. Something like this, something like that, something like this. All of that can still go down and into there. Nothing too crazy. This white... I think white is surging? Is that what's happening? Yes, white is surging. So we will do like this just to get one extra house in. And to be honest, I'll probably also just motorway that one directly into there. It'll get used. They'll all get used. I'm just hoping that these whites don't try to come across this, because that's probably what's going to happen. And then we'll have an even bigger issue on our hands. Hopefully that's enough. If it's not, then I don't really know what else to do. I'll probably motorway this one across to here real quick. Ease. Let it be enough. Might be enough. Oh, it might be enough. Maybe? This one stopped struggling. Maybe? 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 Blue is struggling. We're holding in there. We're hanging in there. Blue is struggling, and it's, I think, population and this whole traffic mess. I'm gonna do something a little crazy. I'm actually gonna put a motorway here and steal from our blue population that we have over here real quick. And I'm just gonna do a quick little surge of blue. Not all of these houses are getting used, so this isn't like a huge immediate issue, I think. So I think just a quick pump of blue should help it, maybe, hopefully. We shall see. This white is still struggling. And I think it's population, which I can't really do much about because I don't really have all that much more white population to give it. We are at 2,800. I just realized we've done shockingly well considering I took a, what, 2-month break from expert mode? So, you know what? I'll take that as a win. We can attach this green into there. We could potentially run these greens through the mess that is whatever this intersection is. Something like that there. I don't even know. This white is still dying. I really want to send this white just across there. I'm like, how much trouble could it possibly cause? But I know it's not a good idea. Ugh. I don't know. It's gonna be the white or the blue. Maybe this gray that takes us out? Yeah. I don't know that I have enough white population over here to manage, manage this level 2. I definitely don't have enough gray population over here to manage, the surge this gray is about to have. And this gray. Ay. We can do something like this to get this gray more. This gray is just out of luck. We do have all of this blue up here that's just not getting used because I didn't see that it was available. And then we can potentially motorway some of this gray into here would probably be the most useful place to send it. Just do something like that. 3,100. I'm not gonna complain. We're doing pretty well. I think we are getting close to the end though. Yeah, everything's starting to complain. I think it's gonna be this gray. I don't think we have the distance for it. This, yeah, this is permanently attached now. It's all falling apart. Yay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this gray. Is there anything I can immediately fix to make this last for another 100 points? Honestly, getting this might make it last. Because this isn't struggling as much as this is. Sending this. I don't know. Throw more yellow at it. Just hope it works out. I'm sure that's a good idea. This yellow's not struggling anymore. This green is only struggling because it's out of population. This green's struggling because it's out of population. Ay. Yeah, I think we're close to the end. I might be at the point where I'm willing to just let it run, but part of me feels like there's a way to make this last longer. I don't know. 3,500 for Mexico City expert mode is nothing to scoff at. I think it's gonna be this gray. I just don't think we have enough gray population. I might do this again, just to get it a little extra help one more time. Oh, it might be this white. I didn't see that until just now. Darn. Oh well. 3662. You know what? That's nothing to scoff at. I'm pretty happy with that. For my first run back after taking like a 2 or 3 week break. I don't know. Y'all haven't seen me in ages, and to be honest, y'all probably won't see me again in ages. But 3662, we placed top 1%. We are 11th. Ah, oh, just not close enough to be in the top 10. That's so unfortunate. Ah, I wish I'd seen that the white was gonna fail, because then we would have been in the top 10. Congrats to more Dante for making the cut. Oh well. You know what? I'm still happy with that. Top 1%, 11th place for my first expert mode playthrough after being gone for a while. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, that was Mexico City expert mode playthrough. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you're feeling, whatever makes you happy, and I will see you in the next one.